Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Angela. Today is March 20... Wait, is it the 29th? It's Saturday, 2025. March either 28th or 29th. I don't know. I swear yesterday was 27th, but maybe it wasn't. I don't know. Got the rest of my little coffee here. Waiting on my cat to decide to settle down here. I don't know what he's doing. But I got a deck in the mail today, and it's weird because I bought this deck hours after I bought another deck that boasted they would be here today. And this one, the last one I bought, several hours, like 5 o'clock yesterday evening. It came at like 8 this morning. I'm like, what? And it is the Back to the Future Tarot Deck and Guidebook by Inside Editions. I have a lot of their decks. I love their decks, the nostalgia of it. I saw this and I'm like, I have to get it because it's my youngest son's favorite movie. He's seen all 3 of the movies. He loves everything about Back to the Future. And I loved it as a kid. I actually went to the theater. I'm dating myself a little bit, but I went to a drive-in and saw the second one. I think I was 12 or 13 when the second one came out. And I went to the drive-in and saw it, and then I saw at the very end, it says, to be continued, and I'm like, what? There's gonna be another one? So you knew automatically after seeing the second one there's gonna be a third. I've seen all these movies a million times. I saw this weeks and weeks and weeks ago. I just didn't know when it was coming out, and I didn't realize until a couple weeks ago that it was already out. I'm like, what? So I had to get it. The Wizard of Oz Tarot came out at the same time, like within a couple of days of this one coming out, also by Inside Editions. I'm still wishy-washy. I think it's cool that they have, before going to Oz, images in the deck that are like gray or like black and white, and then the Oz ones are like the Technicolor colors, but I was never really into Wizard of Oz, so I don't know if I even want to get that one. I don't know. Don't come at me. Anyway, we're not talking about that deck. We're talking about Back to the Future. I'm so excited. I've seen one walkthrough from Simon from the Hermit's Cave. That's how I knew it was out. And I'm like, what? All I did was take the plastic off the back, or off the outside of the box. It does have the Back to the Future here is raised up. That's pretty cool. It's kind of a nicer box than what they've been putting out lately. Like I said, I have a lot of Inside Edition decks. I'm looking at like 8 right now out on my tarot shelf. And I can tell you the cardstock has been getting thicker, which I don't like because I can't riffle shuffle them, the later ones. The last one I got was the Beetlejuice Tarot, and I can barely riffle shuffle it. It's so thick. And I'm like, why did they... coming from the Nightmare Before Christmas, I can riffle shuffle that to all the decks they've done until now. They've been super thick, the last few. So hopefully this is back to the thinner cardstock. The box seems more sturdier than the last couple boxes they've had, which is good because I like that they have nice sturdy boxes with them. And there's the book. And there's the cards. I like this purplish here. I don't know if I like the blue on the backs, but I have a lot of Inside Edition decks where the backs are purple, so I'm glad they switched it up. They are not bound or anything. They were just like that, just like you saw it. That's pretty cool. It looks like flames. I mean, it is flames in there. It's pretty cool. So let's take the box away. It says on the back, roads, where we're going, we don't need roads. Let Marty McFly and Doc Brown guide you backwards and forwards in time with this dynamically illustrated tarot deck inspired by the Back to the Future films. This stylish and comprehensive set features all your favorite characters from the iconic movie trilogy and stunning original artwork based on classic tarot iconography. Includes a fully illustrated 78-card deck and 128-page guidebook. Inside Editions. So, and then we have the typical book. I'm sure content, understanding, introduction, understanding the tarot deck. That's cool. Major Arcana. So it just gives you, just like every other book they have, a brief description of it. Same with all the, and a thumbnail image, just like all the cards in the deck. And then we have tarot readings, caring for your deck, sound and sage, methods for reading tarot, the spreads, the flux capacitor tarot spread. It's a 3-card spread. That's cool. Doc's clock tarot spread. So it's like a clock tower spread. Oh, look, it gives you, months and the times. That's cool. I'll have to check that out a little bit further. The Road Ahead tarot spread. Interesting. I like that about the author, about the illustrator, and pretty much just like all their other books. This book seems a little wider than their other books, though. So that's interesting. I'm glad they went back to a book because Beetlejuice ticked me off. The second movie had just come out, the deck came out, and then it's like a pamphlet that you got to unfold, and I'm like, this is not a book. So I'm glad when they went back to a book and Back to the Future. I do like the card stock. It's the same as all their other card stocks. It does feel thinner too, so they may have also went back to their thinner card stock. We shall see. It is a thick boy still, but it's the same exact card stock. It just does feel a little bit thinner than their last couple, especially the Beetlejuice. That was like humongously thick, I think. I do like that they have. I'm not fan of borders, but I don't hate this border because it's like a off-white, so it kind of, especially when he goes back in time, it kind of goes kind of with the flow, if you know, if that makes any sense. So here we have the Fool, which is Marty McFly on his skateboard in the beginning. There's the Mall behind him. There's the Magician, which is Doc Brown, which of course could be nobody else, right? The High Priestess, Claire Clayton, that's cute. The Empress, which is Mom, Mrs. McFly. Forgot her name already, wow. And then the Emperor is his dad, Mr. McFly. I can't remember their name, sorry. It's been a while since I've seen the movie. The Hierophant is the principal, which makes total sense. He very much is the Hierophant energy for me. The Lovers, which is Marty and his girlfriend. Of course, I love the clock tower in the background. That's cool. The Chariot is my soul card, if you guys don't know. I don't always connect with the Chariot, but I freaking love this Chariot card. It is exactly how I feel. 2022 or 2023 was my Chariot year, on top of the fact that it's my soul card. And I literally felt like I was being drugged by the reins of the Chariot through the whole year, hitting all the bumps and curves along the way, and this definitely fits that bill. Like, you don't see where the Chariot's going, but you can see what's behind it, the flames, and that's exactly how I felt in that Chariot year. That's cool. I love it. Strength. Is that his dad when he's younger? Punching out Biff. The Hermit, I love that. I love that it's a compilation of all 3 movies, too. I love that. That's where he shows back up in his old Wild West gear. Wheel of Fortune. That's cool. Just the tire spinning. Racing to 88 miles an hour. Justice. That's cool. The Hangman. Oh yeah, with Marty getting caught up and hanged. Death. Wow. I love that they've got a picture of the gravesite, which is the whole reason they went back to part 3 in the beginning, in the first place. Einstein for the Temperance card. That's cute. The Devil, of course. It's Rich Biff. I love this tower. Is the clock tower. The clock tower, lightning getting striking the clock tower. It can't be another tower card. Like, that has to be the tower. So that's cool. The star. The moon. Of course, it's an illusion. Because that's his mom when she was married to Biff in the alternate part 2. That's pretty cool. It makes total sense. Was it 2 or 3? 3, 2, 1. It doesn't last long, but anyway, I'm getting them mixed up. The sun, I like that. The girlfriend is the sun card. Goldie Wilson, Judgment. That's cool. Total political billboard thing. I like that. And the world. Oh, I love that. Hillbilly 2 miles. And is that the car flying? Yep. It's a car flying into the sunset. Okay, now we're starting with the King, which is totally how Inside Edition decks work. So, King of Guitars, I'm going to guess it's Pentacles. I'm going to guess. It tells you in the book. Let's look it up. And it actually gives you a whole page for it. The suit of guitars is represented by fire. It is a suit of inspiration, creativity, and action. So it's wands. Interesting. Queen of Guitars. So it's Marty and his girlfriend. This is when he was playing the guitar back in the 50s at his mom and dad's dance. Knight of Guitars. Oh yeah, the old West band. Page of Guitars. Oh, Doc Brown's kids at the end with Claire Clayton. That's cute. And then we go to the Ace of Guitars, or the Ace of Wands. 2 of Wands, or guitars. I like that it's not a Pip deck. 3 of Guitars. Oh yeah, it's his uncle, great uncle in the Wild West. No. Or his uncle in the Wild West in the 50s. He's like, get used to these bars, kid. Because he goes to jail. And we have, 4 of Guitars. And the guy bringing in the mail from the old Wild West from Doc Brown on the end of part 2. 5 of Guitars. It's the boys out in the 50s. 6 of Guitars. His siblings. 7 of Guitars when he's old in the future, playing the guitar with his messed up hand. All his guitars lined up. Looking at what could have been. 8 of Guitars. Out of time. 8 of Wands. That's interesting. He's got guitars all lined up there too. That's cool. 9 of Guitars, or 9 of Wands. Oh yeah. And the 10 of Guitars, or 10 of Wands. That's cool. And he's playing that guitar to keep his family from disappearing. So that's cool. It's all this heavy burden he's got to deal with to keep his family alive. King of Flux, Doc Brown. So let's see what Flux is. I just lost the page. Flux is... The suit of Flux is concerned with the flow of the universe. It is associated with the element water. So it's water, cups. Queen of Flux, again, Clara Clayton. Knight of Flux. Page of Flux. That's his dad when he was young, right? We got the Ace of Flux. This is really cool. 2 of Flux. Oh, he's saving her at the end with the hoverboard. That's cute. 3 of Flux. 4 of Flux. This one seems a bit more on the Pippi side. 5 of Flux. Biff's relatives, whatever, from the future. 6, is it 6? Yeah, 6 of flux. Cups. 7 of cups. This is great somebody. And look at he's got the flux on his shirt. Pajamas, that's interesting. 8 of flux. 8 of cups. 9 of flux or cups. Biff. And the 10 of flux. That's cute. Of course, it's family. They're coming off the steam engine at the end. We got King of Rods. See, I would assume rods is wands, but rods here is the element of air. So it's swords. Queen of Swords or rods. Knight of Rods. That's cool. Love the coloring in that too. Very technicolor futuristic. Page of Rods. When he shows up in the barn. Ace of Rods. Ace of Swords. 2 of Rods or 2 of Swords. 3 of Rods. 3 of Swords. Oh, she left him. 4 of Rods or Swords. Interesting. He shows up. Oh, it's when she shows up. He shows up and she's on the porch. And she's sleeping. So, that makes sense. 5 of Rods or Swords. So I'm trying to go to with the hoverboard. 6 of Rods or Swords. Look at that in the background. The clock tower and then the moon or sun. Whatever. That's cool. It's casting shadows. That's cool. And he's walking away. Leaving town. 7 of Rods. 8 of Rods. 8 of Swords is the card I typically look for in the deck. I do not get an 8 of Swords vibe from this. At all. So let me know what you guys think in this. How does it relate to the 8 of Swords for you? If it does. 9 of Rods. Wow. Living the life. But 9 of Swords is a nightmare card. And for Marty, happening upon this is a living nightmare, right? 10 of Rods. 10 of Swords. Wow. King of... Oh, and then we have King of Clocks. Clocks is... What are we out? Wands, right? Is he... Oh, I'm sorry. It is an earthly suit. So it's associated with money, career, property, and material things. So that makes sense for the Clocks. King of Clocks. I like him for the King of Clocks. Queen of Clocks. His great somebody. Knight of Clocks. Page of Clocks. I like that. Back in the 50s when before he was governor, right? Or mayor. He's just sweeping up the restaurant. Ace of Clocks. I love this Ace of Clocks. I love this. 2 of Clocks or Pentacles. They're synchronizing their watches. That makes sense for balancing. 3 of Clocks. That's cute. Teamwork makes the dream work. That's all I can say. I love it. 4 of Clocks. 4 of Pentacles. 5 of Pentacles. 6 of Pentacles. 7 of Pentacles. 8 of Pentacles. 9 of Pentacles. Again with all the clocks. I love it. I like that they're all different too. Different eras of clocks. And the last card is 10 of Clocks. A match made in space. George McFly. Wow, and he's signing it. It's all that fame and fortune he's got. Hold on a second. Okay, first I want to say I went and got some decks. So this is the Beetlejuice Tarot. It's the same thickness in the box. Same thickness in the box. Exactly. And then you get this guy this is the Nightmare Before Christmas. The box is a much thinner. It's still high quality, but that's because the cards are thinner. So right there tells me this deck is still thicker than this. So we're going to pull this one out. And we're going to compare real quick. Because this, I can riffle shuffle. I can't the Beetlejuice Tarot because it's so thick. Now look how much thicker that deck is than the new deck than the Nightmare Before Christmas. It doesn't appear to be much, but it's enough that it's going to suck. Like, look at this. I can get my hands around it. It doesn't stretch them out. It doesn't hurt. Perfect. Any thicker than this, and I cannot riffle shuffle. For some reason, most of their decks are like this until the last few that they made, and then they're hugely thick. Like super thick. I don't know why. And then there's the Beetlejuice Tarot, which just irritated the crap out of me because this is the book. No. Don't try what doesn't work. If something's already working, don't try something else. So here we got, even the Beetlejuice Tarot still seems a little tad thicker than this because I can't, that hurts to get my hands around. I can't. The cardstock's thicker. Like, I can hold it like this, but then I can't bend the cards. Like, it's too thick. It hurts my fingers. Hurts my thumb. So, I'm gonna assume this is the same way. Yeah, I can't. Yeah, it feels like the exact same cardstock, but they feel so much thicker that you cannot, it hurts to riffle shuffle. And I'm not saying I got bitty hands, because I don't. I don't have huge hands either. So, what gives? Why are we making the cardstock thicker and thicker and thicker? The cardstock was never the issue. The only issue people ever had with Inside Editions was the pippy parts of the deck. So why are you changing other things that nobody's complained about? That's my concern. I've had many Inside Edition decks. I have many. I said maybe 15 or more at this point. No reason to make the cardstock thicker. No reason to turn a book into a pamphlet. None of that. Go back to the Nightmare Before Christmas cardstock, and I'll be fine. I was happy with the pips. I was fine with the pips. Most people weren't, but this irritates me when I can't riffle shuffle the deck. Irritates. So let's pull a card and see what it says in the book real quick before I lose all time. Now that I've complained, let me get off my soapbox for the cardstock and the box and the books. What we got? Wheel of Fortune, of course we do. Let me get the book back out. Where did I put the book? Where's that book? Oh, it's next to me. Wheel of Fortune. One more, two more. Wheel of Fortune. Just got a full page color. And then it's a thumbnail to the minors. It says, the spinning wheels of the time machine represent destiny. With a single revolution at the right speed, they can change your fate, driving you onto a new road or even helping your dreams take flight. Upright. Fortune favors the bold, as the Latin proverb goes. Be bold. Things are about to change in your favor. It's up to you. If you meet the change head on with optimism and spirit, great opportunities await. And I'm going to tell you right now, I've been hearing this and been hearing this, and then I got a promotion at work this past week. In fact, the Monday before, they had promoted me and not told me. And I got a $2 raise on top of that. So basically all the hard stuff I had been doing, I now have a title for. I was management before, but now I'm considered a lead supervisor in shipping. And everybody that I work with was like, you just, basically, you were given the title that you already had. You were already doing. And so I think that was pretty cool. Nobody else seems to know. There's only like 3 people that know. It wasn't announced or anything like that, which is weird. I'm like, whatever. But I kind of was disappointed because I'm like, all this time I've been thinking it was something to do with my writing. And then I'm like, oh, it's for this job I like the job, but I don't. So I find it fascinating that the Wheel of Change, the Wheel of Fortune, the Wheel of Time is what's coming up now after this past week of stuff going on. So that's quite interesting. And then the reversal, it says you may face sudden setbacks as the Wheel of Destiny turn. Write it out. This is just a part of the ever-spinning cycle of life. Soon you'll be back on top and all will be well in the best of all possible futures. So that's pretty interesting. Definitely the upright version of this for me here lately, which usually is not something I will admit to. It's on the positive side of things. So that's my latest deck. I have the Back to the Future Tarot. It's so cool. Of course, I love all their decks even just if it's a nostalgia thing. There's some of their decks, like the Nightmare Before Christmas, I use all the time. Beetlejuice I haven't really got into just because the book, so-called book here, irritated the crap out of me. I'm like, why are we changing things that nobody wants you to change? Because I love Beetlejuice. Love it. I grew up I'm a 70s baby. I grew up everything Beetlejuice. I was a preteen teenager when this movie came out. The original came out. So it was part of my youth. And then they went and changed things. And I'm like, ugh. Anyway, off my soapbox for good on that. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, don't hesitate to comment below. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more, please subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification button so you're alerted to any future videos. And y'all have a good afternoon. Bye.